And welcome to our second annual Schwall's World Christmas Special. It's a chance to reacquaint ourselves with many of the people who have helped us out during the past year. People with a sense of humor. But not just people. Animals can be funny too, you know. In Townsend, we found a dog with whom I have a lot in common.
Well, here comes old Jake making his morning run. Where is he rushing to? Well, here's the attraction, and Jake knows a good thing when he smells it. Jake's owners also own the donut shop, and once or twice a day, Jake makes the mile trip from the house to the store for some goodies.
Jake! Hey, Jake!
Jake has become somewhat of a character here in Townsend. Tourists are fascinated by his antics.
I was looking for a bear.
Well, you got Jake. Will that do?
No comparison.
Gee, people from Wisconsin are hard to please.
Jake is nice.
Now, Jake must have had a dozen donuts during our taping this morning. It's becoming an addiction.
Did you ever think about signing him into Betty Ford's? Or?
Well, no, but...
Not that Jake will eat just anything. In fact, he's kind of picky. It's got to be glazed.
And he don't like one that's unglazed. I throw him out one glazed, and he'll go out and bury it. I guess that's the way most people are, though.
What are you looking at me for? So if you're ever in Townsend and see a dog frothing at the mouth, it's probably old Jake just having devoured a cream stick. Don't panic. Right, Jake? Right? Sick as a dog right now. Ooh, man. They're good. I didn't get to look like this by not liking donuts. I don't get to do sports very often. Bob Kessling and Mark Packer pretty much have a lock on that, but I did manage to talk my way onto the Nike Knoxville Open this year for probably the last time.
A good swing doesn't come easy. Natural talent must be supplemented by long hours of practice. Same goes for those who watch the tournament. There are rules of etiquette. So we went looking for tips for a rookie spectator.
This is my first tournament. Any tips for a beginner?
Okay, what you want to do is keep it in the fairway.
No, I'm watching, not playing.
Oh, watching. Okay, you get on.
What's the biggest sin a spectator can commit?
Well, I'd say talking pretty loud.
What?
Talking pretty loud.
Yeah.
I say it's big, loud talk.
Staying out of the way is also important. Officials say that's one of the biggest offenses.
Like, what do you do when a fan wanders onto the fairway?
Try to get their attention quietly by just waving, and then if all else fails, yell at them.
But not too loudly. Weather can be a challenge, especially the sun and the heat. The interested spectator should always wear shades. So should the disinterested spectator. And there are some fashionable cooling devices to be had, like this fan hat.
It's a solar-powered hat, and so it cools you as long as the sun's out.
The sun's out and it's still not going around.
But yes, it is.
Oh, there it goes.
See, I had to...
You have to hold your head in a certain position.
Right.
Then you can't see him teeing off.
No, then you
not
can't.
much good, is it?
By the way, just as a sidelight, peek inside the tournament daycare center. Here, the children of the players are taken care of and are trained for the Pro Tour. The Bowling Pro Tour.
Stay with us. When we come back, we'll visit with that guy who talks real fast.
That's the way I do it. Just saying, I have no idea.
Once people are secured inside, the thing starts to move. But it doesn't move enough to elicit these kind of screams. You wonder what they're seeing on that video screen inside. Must be pretty scary.
Our country has sold out to foreign lobbyists. We don't have free trade.
Oh, you know, I love East Tennessee traditions, and we are about to see a couple of them, but as is the rule in Schwall's world, with a slight twist.
There's no mistaking it. It's the sound of the auctioneer selling that tobacco. And it's music to the ears of hundreds of Claiborne County farmers who work hard all year. This is payday.
That keeps the light bills paid and their taxes paid up. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, they appreciate that down at City Hall.
Sure do.
Now ask any farmer how things are going, and you'll generally get the same answer.
Poor.
Poor?
Yeah, business poor, yeah.
But this year, things are looking up a bit. Of course, the federal government continues to be a threat.
I believe they could spend their time much better fighting other things.
You don't look like most of these tobacco farmers.
Why?
Well, there's just a subtle difference. I can't put my finger on it. How's she done?
She's done all right this year.
and that's why she's nervously waiting to find out what her crop will bring. And she earns $1.92 a pound.
What are you going to do with all the money now?
Spend it all on Christmas. That's what I'm going to do with it.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody, and you. And you.
As usual, the auctioneer is the center of attention. The question is, how does he do it?
Give me a lesson.
89. That's the way I do it.
What did you just say?
I have no idea.
Most farmers are happy with the results of the first day. Prices are up.
Only thing about it, I didn't have none. Yeah, if I'd have had a ton or two like I usually have.
Every day, Mike Clemmer can be found in a small workshop at the back of his store here in Townsend. He makes dulcimers, stringed instruments that originated with the old mountain people here in Appalachia. It's not the type of instrument normally associated with rock and rollers, but Mike Clemmer is an old rock and roller from way back.
And I've got the hearing loss to prove it.
But he can hear well enough to create dulcimers that sound just right. To make sure, he uses this gadget. It pre-tests the sound of the wood before you put the strings on.
And another thing, it depends on how hard the surface is as to how loud it'll go. You want to try it on your head? No. Check it.
I think not. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
The sound that it creates comes right out of the Smokies.
How'd he get his name?
That I really don't know. I haven't got that deep into the history of it. But
Make something up.
Well, I guess Mr. Simmer had a son named Dull, or he was Dull.
A little dull.
Right.
Nice try.
Yeah, I don't know.
They claim that a dulcimer is the easiest instrument to learn. Clemmer says even a dummy can do it. All you need is the basics. And does an old rock and roller ever step back in time?
It's almost like sacrament.
Coming up next, we celebrate the Christmas season Schwall's World style. Now, what's your name?
Rich Griswold.
Griswold?
Griswold.
So that would make this the
Griswold family Christmas tree.
Dad, did you bring a saw?
Can you sing us a little Christmas song and get us in the mood, huh? Go ahead.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a little tiny nose. Rudolph the red-nosed hill, that's all I can remember.
Yeah. You know, you hear a lot of complaints about how early the Christmas season begins. And now it's well before Thanksgiving. But in Schwall's World this year, it started in the summertime.
Well, there's no mistaking that laugh. It's him, jolly old St. Nick, vacationing in Gatlinburg. He's traded in his red cap for a cooler model. Actually, he's not on vacation. He has a summer job as official greeter for one of those year-round Christmas stores. Kids passing by are shocked to see the old guy.
I remember being at your house last year.
Santa's not completely off duty. He carries with him an internationally important document.
Yes, I've got the Naughty or Nice book. This is the first quarterly and the second quarterly report for this year.
By the way, it's not only the kids who love Santa.
Oh, my goodness. This is terrific.
I've always loved Santa.
You know, I'll tell you, I know.
And while Mrs. Claus is back at the North Pole, old Santa is feeling frisky again.
What's he talking to you about? He didn't ask you out or anything.
No, he said that he remembered coming to my house giving me my little Barbies.
And?
And
Did he?
yeah, must be him.
But Santa's heart is still in the right place at making little kids happy.
Do you know what that is right there? It's the sleigh key. Yes, you can touch it if you wish.
All day long, he amazed the kids by just being there. And there were no doubters among them.
Who is that guy?
Santa Claus?
What's he doing here?
I don't know. He's supposed to be at the North Pole.
Making your toys for next year, huh?
Yeah, my toys.
Yeah.
And in between kids, Santa kills time comparing bowls full of jelly with guys from Ohio. This store in Westtown Mall is just chock full of gadgets, and everybody loves gadgets. For those who want to challenge a computer to a game of chess.
This is a talking chess set.
Can you cheat?
No.
What good is it?
It'll catch you.
Not only catch you, it'll squeal on you.
That move is illegal because rooks cannot go over other pieces.
You really do want to slap the guy, don't you?
It's your move.
Right already.
For coffee lovers, lazy coffee lovers, for only $230 you can preset this machine the night before and the pot does all the work.
It grinds the beans up, puts them in the filter, and wait, this is the neat part. This is the part I love. That. Pops over and
You
it's
don't
already...
actually have to push it yourself.
You don't have to touch a thing.
Well, that's worth $230
sure,
right
why
there.
not?
For that Star Trek nut in your house, a remote control unit for the TV.
So if you don't like the weather forecast, you zap Todd Howell with it, right?
Okay, yeah, I guess that'll work.
These remote control earphones are great for listening to music you don't necessarily want people to know you're listening to.
I told you, homeboy, can't touch this.
And for that family member who has trouble falling asleep, soothing sounds. Sounds of all kinds with just the push of a button.
It's a string.
That's a string.
And that'll put you to sleep.
Yes, it will.
But you'd be hopping up every 10 minutes to go to the bathroom.
It could happen.
These sounds are guaranteed to put you to sleep.
Guaranteed.
I usually just get a tape of one of Al Gore's old speeches, which works all right, but...
All right, that'll do.
What an exciting day for these sisters. 80-year-old Alice and 82-year-old Marion have just opened their own Christmas tree business on the old family farm. And here come their first customers. When Alice and Marion were kids, the family would load up the wagon and head for the woods. And they think their old memories could translate into a profitable business as modern families search for nostalgic ways to celebrate the holidays. The sisters are excited about their first-time business venture, but can they survive?
You know, business is cutthroat these days. Are you ready for that?
I guess we'll have to be, won't we?
Well, don't expect cutthroat, but their prices are more than competitive with the big boys.
You trying to run Walmart out of business or
Well,
something?
we would love to.
Once the wagon arrives, the family unloads and begins its search for the perfect tree. And it's not long before the treasure is discovered.
This is the one you want?
Yeah.
Now, what's your name?
Rich Griswold.
Griswold?
Griswold.
So that would make this the...
Griswold family Christmas tree.
Dad, did you bring a saw?
Nice coincidence, but how similar could they be to the hapless Griswolds of the movies?
Let's get this one, okay?
Okay.
Forgot the saw.
Now, everyone from my coworkers to my wife and kids accuse me of hiring actors to say their name is Griswold, but for the record, their name is Griswold, and they did forget the saw. Coming up next, we'll meet some people who came a long way to East Tennessee and made quite an impact.
Training center, they get all the basics. The skills and the rules they'll remember always. Rule number 1, don't let go.
Whoa!
Ouch. This segment is devoted to cultures other than East Tennessee, brought here by people from other cities and other countries.
Market Square doesn't get a lot of drum concerts, and they wouldn't have gotten this one today if these two traveling musicians hadn't run out of gas and money at the same time. So they set up shop on the mall. Instant fundraiser. And it proved to be a good idea. Their bucket filled up fast, but they could only spare one. The other buckets were in use. It is amazing what some people can do with a bucket, but it's got to be just the right bucket.
What kind of buckets are these?
5-gallon pickle buckets.
Pickle bucket?
Pickle buckets.
Yeah.
I thought I smelled
Pickled.
Yeah. You like the pickle bucket guy?
Oh yeah, because
You got
it's
any-
it takes something simple and you can make a whole instrument out of it.
Got any pickle buckets back in the store?
We got some Tupperware.
I don't think that'd work.
No. Oh well.
Bucket drumming is a talent that can be learned. You can kind of gauge the changes in the former Soviet Union by what's going on in this classroom. For one thing, there are 2 visiting students from Uzbekistan, Timur and Sharon. But more importantly, they're playing a Russian version of that great capitalist game, Monopoly. South Doyle has a very good Russian language program, so it makes playing games easy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But besides Russian, there are always some words that are internationally understood.
You're cheating.
The visitors are here as part of an exchange program. This is their latest stop.
I've been to New York.
Did you get mugged?
No.
Oh, good. You were in the White House?
Yeah.
Did you see President Clinton?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
We
Did you see Hillary?
No.
How about socks?
No.
Today provided a great chance for East Tennessee kids to learn some basic Russian.
Yes, it means da. 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 No, it means net. No is niet. 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 Niet.
And for Russian kids to learn some good old East Tennessee English.
If someone comes up to you and asks you if you've ate lunch, they say "Jiet."
Jiet.
If your answer is no, they'll say "Yuntu."
Yantu.
Yuntu. Yuntu.
Let's see what they've learned.
Jiet.
Niet.
Yantu.
Da. Hey, that was slick.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Well, when we come back, we'll relive a day that all of us as kids just longed for. The last day of school.
I passed the 4th grade.
You passed the 4th grade?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. How many years did it take you?
4.
No.
I was kidding. 3.
Scare you? If snakes don't scare you, what does?
Tuna surprise.
Tuna. Your mother will be delighted to hear that.
There's nothing kids look forward to more than the last day of school. And this year we met a youngster who appeared to be the happiest kid in the world.
Today was just a little bit different. There was a lot of cleaning up going on, putting stuff away. What do you got alarm clocks for?
I don't know. Tommy. Wake up people when they're sleeping in class.
And story time had that summary touch.
Here's the lifeguard. Hi, I'm Lenny the lifeguard.
Academic activities seem to have descended to a desperation point. What are they doing?
They're playing with rocks.
What's going on? Simple.
Today's the last day of school.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How'd you do?
I passed.
Is that a shock?
Yeah. I passed the 4th grade.
You passed the 4th grade?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. How many years did it take you?
4.
No.
I was kidding. 3.
Some people dressed up for this special occasion. Ooh. What kind of tie is that?
It's a little one.
It's a what?
Little one.
A little one, yes, it is. No one was happier than young Mitchell.
I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yeah, and I can't stop laughing.
Each student is looking forward to that special summer activity. This boy plans to.
Let's go.
Are you the kind of class clown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's full of personality.
And when the bell rang at 11 o'clock, signaling the start of summer vacation, guess who was the first one out the door?
Yeah!
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this Schwall's World Tour. And as we wind up our second year of Schwall's World segments, I'd just like to take a minute to thank all of you for your kind comments, for all the cards, letters, money, and jewelry that you've sent in. Have a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Bichon Frise.
Beg your pardon?
Bichon Frise.
And what are they known for?
Just being a cute little lapdog.
Oh.
And they also kill rats.
You got it, your beard. Right there. There. I'm sorry, what?
I've won something at booth 338.
What'd you win?
I don't know.
Where's booth 130?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm confused. I need to find it. I want something.
Calm down.
I will. Okay, I've got it under control.
Whoa. I'm sure. Salsa Sunday. Hot, hot. Excuse me. Ah.